In the long run, I'm an optimist. I believe that human curiosity and human ingenuity will create all the jobs we need. But in the short run, I'm a little pessimistic that the pace of digital technology is displacing jobs faster than it's creating. And for the next, say, 5 years, maybe 10 years, I'm worried that there will be too much job displacement and not enough job creation and cause a problem. But let me add one thing. The title of my book is Globotics. And the reason I invented that ugly word was to remind people that it's not just automation and the robots that are displacing jobs, it's also telemigrants. In essence, freelancers working from abroad, but in our offices here in rich countries. So both this new form of globalization and automation is affecting white-collar, service, and professional jobs at a very, very fast pace. And that's the disruption I'm worried about. It's where the upheaval in the title of my book comes from. Well, so the plan A, the best thing, would be for governments to help workers adjust. And after all, what we're talking about is something that's been going on for centuries. People have to change jobs as the economy and the technology changes. And it's best if the government helps people do that so the burden doesn't fall only on the workers. So if that's not going to work, then the governments are going to have to get ready to slow it down if it goes too fast. Actually, we don't know if it will, but there's a good chance that it'll go so fast that it'll be socially disruptive. And in that case, governments have to use existing regulations to slow it down, or perhaps employment legislation to slow it down. But that's really the primary thing. I think it's the pace which is a problem, not the direction. So in Denmark and a lot of Northern Europe, they do that. They have, it's called active labor market policies. And so it's retraining. Sometimes workers have to change their house, just move to get a new job. And frequently you get this trap where there's been some sort of recession, the houses aren't worth anything, where the jobs are, the houses cost too much, so they actually need help to move. All sorts of things, and that I think is what the governments really should do. Not all governments are able to do that or willing to do that. And then what we'll see is things like what happens with Uber. So with Uber, wherever the taxi drivers were politically strong enough, they used existing regulations to slow down the technology. And the Uber drivers aren't saying, no, we're against technology. They're just saying, we want some shelter from the storm. We want to slow it down with regulation. And in cities, almost everywhere, taxis are sufficiently regulated that if the government, the local government wants to, they can slow down Uber and make the competition more fair. Not all other professions, so any profession that's regulated. Some professions like law, medicine, engineering, construction to a certain extent have some regulations which could be used, but other ones not. And there they might have to use, if it goes too fast, they might have to use more general rules.